Hi guys, this is Raisa here. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, I'd like to thank you guys because I have been in communication with quite a few of you that know that we've had a terrible hurricane that's been going through the state of Florida for a little while now. And I want to thank you guys for your prayers, for your well wishes. It went through Miami quite fast. And I was lucky, one of the lucky ones, not to lose my power. Thank you guys. I know prayers had a lot to do with it. And faith goes a long way. And gratitude. So I am thanking each and every one of you. My son lives in Central Florida, right off the coast. And he's been battered for the last 8 hours by this hurricane. So I have been praying, and I hope you guys pray with me that hurricane moves along and does as least damage as possible, because there's still a lot of coast that it's going to travel, and then they've got it on the forecast as swinging back around again and starting over again where he began down in South Florida. So by then it's supposed to be a tropical storm, but truly we don't know what's happening yet, as there is another hurricane out there, and it all depends on how far north he goes when he shoots off the coast of the Carolinas. So let's keep our fingers crossed and keep praying for the state of Florida, as it is being battered by a very big storm. All right, guys. With that in mind, I've decided to talk to the guides and the angels and spirits so that they can bring us a message. So this really isn't a tarot reading, but it's an oracle reading. It's one of my favorites. So this reading here covers from today on through to the rest of October, as it is telling us some very important things that we need to look forward to, and some changes that we must make. First of all, we're being reminded that we need to flow. It's so funny because of this hurricane and the water, and one of the people that I've been in communication with called it the water dragon. So I'm going to call it the water dragon for this video. But this here is telling us to flow. The River Queen, flow, let go, natural movement. Because if we decide that we want things done in a certain way, or we become capricious as to the things that we want to manifest or the way that we want to move forward, we may create blocks for ourselves. So we need to learn to flow, like the river flows through, like the ocean flows, very freely, and just take one day at a time and not try to move ahead or think ahead too far, because that's when we create anxiety and we start to create blocks in our lives. So we're being asked to move forward in life, going with the flow, not trying to decide that we have only one thing in focus, or we're going to go in this direction, because there may be many options open to us and we don't really see it because we're caught up in the moment of the ego and the stress and the things that are going on around us and worrying too much. So we're being asked to just flow like the river. The High Lord of Gratitude has come out to remind us that we need to be grateful for everything that we do have, and the assistance that is always around us that we don't always see, because they are there and they're helping us. The more we bring that energy of gratitude into our lives, the more it's going to be multiplied by the universe and by the beings that are around us that need to feel that we appreciate what they do, because that energy is always that give and take. The more you give, the more you receive. So keep that in mind. Be very humble as well as to why you do things. Don't do it with the end game thinking, oh, if I assist someone in need, or if I take my time to help, I'm going to be rewarded. If you do that, you will not be rewarded, and you will regret having done the help, because then it's just going to turn around on you in a evil way, and you're going to wonder, wow, how did that happen? Well, that happens because you're helping people or doing something that you presume will bring you a reward in the end. No, it's done humbly and without expecting anything in return. That's when you truly get the gift. And see, I'm getting a buzz because it's word that I'm speaking. Another card that came out, exactly the same thing: gratitude, prayer, constant connection to the divine is what's going to help us get through some of our toughest moments in life. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what is in your life. Instead of complaining about what you don't have, if you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. So remember, being grateful and stop complaining about little things that really, in the grand scheme of things, look at the size of the hurricane that's attacking Florida. In the grand scheme of things, our little worries or our seeming being uncomfortable or things happening to us is not so big when you look at it from a different perspective. So please be grateful. I'm very grateful my lights are still on. That I can look out the window and it's not raining right now. The sun is actually trying to come through the clouds. I am impressed. After that huge monster that just went through us yesterday. And it covers the state. And it goes way on beyond into other states because it's huge. So yes, gratitude is coming in very handy today, and from now on I'm going to start looking at things from a different perspective, because my limited view of life and my perspective is that, just limited. So I'm going to start to try to open and broaden my view and know that every time I'm going to make a decision, there are more than one, and that goes for all of you. There's more than one option to every time you decide on something. So please take time to make your decisions as you're moving forward into the future. I think that's what it's trying to tell me here with this reading that I have on the table. We need to know that there's always going to be more than one option to everything that we decide on a daily basis. So we need to look and see or feel it, with our center, to see what brings us closer to our divine life path. What do we truly resonate with? Are we going in a different direction because we think that that's what's right or what others will want us to do? Or are we resonating with that and we're moving forward because we know that this is the path we need to take? We're 100% sure that we're on the right path and this is the next step that we need to take. Always remember that, because I think it's something else that's being told to me that is important. You're also being asked to take some time to meditate. Spend time alone if you're stuck on a decision or you don't know which way to move forward or how to get assistance with some of the decisions that we're faced with on a daily basis are huge. I know that and I'm going through this right now, and they're very difficult to decide on your own. You need help. You need other people's input. You need to see things from other perspectives before you make that jump, because it's a serious jump. Now, your soul will know more or less what resonates with it, but then you have the ego that's constantly fighting you. So meditation sometimes brings clear and concise answers, or a direction or a vision perhaps you'll get, depending on how you perceive intuition or how it hits you, whether it's a vision, a dream, something someone says, talking to someone else. But meditate upon your decisions before you make them, because they warrant that type of pause in you. Wait, think it through before you decide, and then decide on what will benefit you the most, what resonates with you the most, looking at it from another perspective. And I had to pull one of these cards. If you guys have been following my daily card, I have been very connected to the Ascended Master Jesus, to him, to his energy. And he has been talking to me. I'm telling you, he has assisted me throughout this entire ordeal and through what the other things that I'm going through as well, that are important, and I need help. I need assistance from a higher power. And he's been there. And look what he tells me today. According to your faith, be unto you. So depending on how much you believe in something that you want, or believe that the assistance will come when you ask for it, that it will be grateful, that you will feel grateful because it will be exactly what you asked for and then some. Have faith. Have faith in the things that you're wanting to manifest, in the direction that you want to go. When you need help, ask for it faithfully from the center of your soul, and it will be there. I have been very blessed in the last couple of days. And my son, in the midst of all the horror that he's going through at the moment, because he is perhaps a mile in from the coast, in Central Florida. I'm talking, he's like right there in the middle of where that eye has been pounding, where it came the closest to shore. And he's being coveted by these angels, by my faith, by my God. I truly believe it, you know. So have faith, guys, because it's incredible. The power of prayer is immense. And I know he wants me to speak of these things because normally I try not to go so deep into a faith or a religion or a specific ascended master because, you know, I don't want to turn people off. But you need to know that, again, widen your perspective in the way that you think about things or religions or beliefs or the power of prayer, the power of the law of attraction, gratitude, love. Because those energies are very, very powerful. And you can, with faith and belief and with prayer, you can pretty much achieve anything that you like or want in life. And you just have to work at it, you know, and have that unwavering faith. You're being asked to stand your ground as well. Some of you have a difficult decision to make. It's pulling at your heartstrings. You see there's a lot of green here. So it's coming from your heart chakra. It's very difficult, the things that you need to choose. But a lot of it has to do with perhaps family, people you love of self, which is important too. Because if you don't love yourself, no one else is going to. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else can. They can give you advice, they can hold your hand, but ultimately you have to be the one that loves yourself enough to help yourself. If you need help, you need to ask for help. You need to help yourself as well, because some people can assist you if you're weak, you know, at that moment when you need to make a decision. You're also being told to stand your ground when it comes to a decision that's important that you need to make. Don't allow fear to change your mind. Don't allow the direction or the advice or the way that other people are talking to you or what they want you to do to choose for you. You need to choose what resonates with yourself and be firm about it, like a tree. Become part of that tree. Ground yourself into Mother Earth. Spend some time outside and practice grounding and standing firm in your beliefs and what you want to achieve and what you want. It will start to manifest as soon as you start taking those little baby steps forward to manifest your desires or to take care of some situations that perhaps you've put off. And it's time to look into that now. All right. On the other hand, you're being asked to clean up your mess. Ego can sometimes put you in a very difficult situation. You make decisions, and when you look back at them, they weren't quite what you should have done or the way you should have done it. You've closed some doors, burned bridges, made enemies of people that you love. So it's time that you look back at that mess that you made and try to create something beautiful out of it. Like here, the guy's cleaning up the grass perhaps that he mowed, and he's making these beautiful decorations of animals with it to show that even though he made a mess at first, he can try to gather it all up and try to change the outcome now, or change the way things would turn out in the future if you don't have any input now. Perhaps there's decisions, perhaps there's conversations with people that you need to make so that you can mend whatever happened. Clean up your mess. If you are living in a place where you have a lot of clutter, where you have a lot of things that you should donate or give to others if you know that they could use it, don't hoard it, don't keep it. Clean up your surroundings. Clean up your mess. Okay, if there's a decision that you're making and your ego gets in the way and tells you this is the only way you can go, this is what you have to do, you have to stop right where you're at and watch out for danger, because you're treading into dangerous waters at the moment, and you're being asked to wait and reconsider the steps that you're going to take. Look at it from a different perspective. Perhaps by waiting a little bit, you will see things clearly, or you'll see another road that opens up or another alternative that you should try first before you take the steps that you're going to take. You're being asked to fill the well. That means that you're weakening in the face of all of the stress, of all of the responsibilities, the choices that you need to make. They have depleted you of vital energy, of vital life. So you're being asked to take a break, to take a rest. Take your time to make these decisions. You don't have to rush just because others are trying to rush you. Put the brakes on and say, wait a minute. I'm not ready to make that decision. You will have to give me time and stand your ground. Don't let them push you around, okay? You need to take bite-sized steps. That means you need to look at the situation, look at your decisions, or look at the direction that you want to take, the things you want to change, and start planning them out. Perhaps list them all out. And every day do something that moves you closer to the goal that you're trying to achieve, to what you're trying to manifest. Bite-sized, baby steps. Do you know how a penguin walks? He takes the little steps. They're little tiny steps. But that's how you need to approach the choices that you're trying to make, or the situation that you're facing. Each and every one of us, there's something different that we're going through at the moment. And we really want to just push through the energy and go for the gusto and just do it. But we're being asked to stop, because some of those steps we're going to take, we're going to run into sharks. And sharks only think of themselves. And they will put up blocks. They will put up huge obstacles for you to hurdle over. And what is that going to do? It's going to deplete you even more of your energy, of your vital strength. So you won't be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve because you're pushing forward too quickly. So you need to stop, take a look at everything, and slow down. Slow down and start taking little bite-sized steps. Write everything down, okay? There's a reason for having to document everything. It's important at this time to document everything that you do, because later on you may have to refer to it. And if someone asks you something, and sometimes in the heat of the moment you can't think, you can't refer, you can't remember, write everything down, so that every step that you take, you know it, you check it off. Okay, I did this today. Tomorrow you do the next step. Boom, you check it off. Little baby steps at a time, so that you can achieve what you want. You're being asked as well to tell the truth. Tell the truth on those steps that you're writing, on everything that you're doing. You spell it out like it really is. If you're being asked questions directly, tell the truth. Sometimes lying is not going to help you. It'll just make that situation even more involved and more hard to break through the energy or push through it. Tell the truth. Whatever you're being asked to do or asked of, be honest. Be honest with yourself, and then be honest with others. That way your ego can't defeat you later because you lied, you tried to dress up the story a bit. No. Tell everybody the truth of what's going on, so that you're all on the same page and you get the assistance that you want that way. They're asking you to look forward. Look at your path as you're moving forward, and where do you want to go? What was that dream that you were trying to manifest? Long time ago. Go back 5, 7, 10 years. Yesterday. But what is it that you want to try to manifest in your life? Remember, you lost sight of that because you got all caught up in everything else that was going on in your life. You lost sight of the things that you love, the things that resonate with your soul, the plan that you perhaps 7, 8, 10 years ago were making. 7 years is usually life cycle. So perhaps go back 7 years, and what the heck were you thinking of doing then? What was your dream? What was your plan? And how did you deviate off of that? And you're like somewhere else. Remember the path. Now, here you see this person on this tedious little mountain, this little tight little path, and she really can't see her way forward there. Because you have a dip here, that you're going to go in there and you're going to probably deal with God knows what before you come out the other end. And then you have the next dip. So it's showing you that the way forward is not clear. You don't see every turn. You can't foretell it. You just can't. Not even a psychic can. I mean, you can get some of the energy that's coming, but not everything. Not everything is going to be revealed to you as you move forward. Just keep moving forward. Tell the truth, take baby steps, keep replenishing your energy. Rest, meditate, cleanse with either sage, spray yourself with salt water, get some Himalayan salt or coarse salt, dissolve it in purified water and spray yourself. God forbid, spray back here where those negative ions get attached to you, negative energy. Go outdoors, ground yourself. There's a lot you can do to raise your vibrations, to strengthen your chakras, to cleanse negative energy. But you have to do it consistently, because you're out there consistently dealing with the energies that are all around us. Can you imagine what the energy levels are in Florida right now? With the fear and lots of people, the thousands of people that have no power, that have no, connections at the moment. As my son was telling me, he has no phone, no internet connections, because the internet is down. The TVs are down. But he has some power, so I'm glad for that. But he still he doesn't know what's going on. So I'm texting him and telling him, hey, this and that. So he does have phone. But he doesn't have the internet right at the moment. So he can't, get his cable going. So there's no cable. The cable's down. The internet. I guess the internet would be on if he's able to receive my text on the phone. But he can't see what's going on as far as the storm. So I'm telling him the updates that I see on the television, and then he replies back, okay, thanks, Mom, so that he knows where the storm is, when it's moving away, how far is it now from where he is, which has been difficult. So the energies are really turned upside down. So every time we go outside, we're dealing with all of this stuff. Or even inside your home, you can't really get away from energy. It's all around us. So just know that you constantly have to cleanse. Okay, am I missing any cards? I think I used them all. Alright guys, I hope you like your special reading. I know that this has a lot to do with myself too, but some of you that are going to listen to this video, you're going to resonate with it one way or the other. And it doesn't even matter what day you listen to it, because whenever you listen to it, that's when it's going to make some sense to you. So thank you guys. Keep up the good prayers. I appreciate them dearly. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. Leave a comment below and I'll reply as soon as I can. And thanks for being part of my YouTube family. I do appreciate you guys. Bye for now.